So I just got finished playing The Witcher 3, and I gotta say, I was very impressed. Good gameplay, good characters, great story, but best of all, great monsters. Nothing quite like Slavic mythology to get your blood pumping. Now, there are a lot of good monsters in this game, but nothing tops the Leshen. These big, bad guardians of nature remind me of if a tree ant went bad. So let's hit the table and get crafting. First thing you're going to want to do is get yourself a spool of wire. I'm using just copper wire because I have it readily available. But you can use any wire that you can get at some craft store or any place that you can find it, really. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the wire and you're going to make it exactly 4 times what length you want it to be when you're done. And then you're going to slowly fold it in on itself and twist it so you get these big rings at the end. And by the time you're done, you're going to have something that looks like this. So what I did is I took my wire cutters and I cut all of the rings that had formed at one end of the big spool of wire that we got at the end. And I frayed them out and sculpted little branch-like protrusions out of them. This'll give it a more tree-like aesthetic in the actual armature. That way we don't have to sculpt big tree branches when we're done. Now we're going to take wire and do the exact same thing as the body, but instead we're going to make it a little longer and a little thinner. And then we're going to splay the ends with our wire cutters in order to make root-like protrusions. Then we're going to slide our cord in through that small hole that we had at the base of the body part. And we're going to wrap them around the edges, splaying out our little root sections at the bottom that are going to make up the feet. Then we glue them in place to hold it all together. Then we take some small pieces of cord and we wrap them together to make little arms, and we'll glue those into where the shoulders would be. And then we're going to coat the whole thing in hot glue, giving it a kind of wood texture with the nozzle. Then I took some popsicle sticks and I cut them into the shapes of the claws that are going to be attached to the arms later on. Make sure you're very careful with this section because I did cut myself. So, fair warning. So Leshens kind of have this animal skin draped over them. So I used DM Scotty's 50% water, 50% white glue paper towel method to make big leather kind of wraps over the shoulders and other areas of the monster's body to give it a kind of like gnarly feeling. Then I took this crafting hemp rope and tied off its elbows and knees because they kind of look like they're tied together in a couple of sections. For the head, I just took this ram skull that I got in a pack of Warhammer 40k ogres, and I just glued it to the headstock, and I think it looks really well. It just kind of brings it together. So let's see how this thing looks. And there you go, your own crafted Leshen. I just went at it with a few of the paler brown colors to give it a kind of dead look, and then put some turfing on it to make it have some mossy spots. I'm really proud of how this turned out, so thanks for watching. Bye.